Don't go there. If you are if you're blessed enough in your life, and there's some places you will probably hear within somewhere deep down inside of you, your composition, you will hear, "Don't go there. Don't go there. Don't." It is where you're headed is nowhere. No, no. That no is not going to give you a whole lot of confidence. It's going to rip your confidence, your validation, your validity, all the things that you can work on all your years can be literally desecrated in one split second because you went there. The there could be somebody you've met that you so assumed on. And they say that's something that empaths or people who are more given to a likability, they have a likable factor because they like what is right. Okay. It's much more easy for them to project their validity on people who are invalid. It's much more easy that they give other people an assumptive role that those people don't have. They will come over with rich garments and throw it on them when that person's filthy. That person hasn't had a shower in years. Their soul is so blemished. Their mind is corrupted with wickedness and suspicion and anger and being vile and they dishonest, and they don't mind, to say the least. Hey, they know how to play the game so well that it's become so natural for them to take advantage of other people without having their conscience pricked for a second. Okay? When you do the there, okay, you basically walked over into someone else's territory. And when you go, you've taken the opportunity towards a journey. And some journeys are not worth it because it takes time out from your life. It could even plant certain things into your life that was not going to be good for you in the future. When you go there, so much begins to happen there that when you at some point have to step back now and you realize and you understood and you have regrets and so on and so forth, in your recovery time, you could very well have realized that you left some very expensive pieces whilst you were there. And in order to recover some of it, you may have to go back there. God may even say to you, don't. You have to take the loss. It's not worth it to begin with to go there. You, as an individual, know what the there is. You can have a family member, for instance, that throughout the history of their life, they've shown that they absolutely refuse to become healthy. They're like a broken record that will keep going round and round with the same old about this person, this, and that person, that, and they're complainers and they're deceivers, and they basically make so much excuses for their pitiful lives that you, whether you like it or not, are part of it. And when you're busy getting well and healthy I'm doing what normal people do in life to go forward because of the connection, the emotional commitment, the invisible stuff that you're told in by your parents or whatever, that you have to be faithful. You go and you start messing with their stuff. When you go there, and you shouldn't have anyway, your commitment to being becoming healthy has nothing to do anymore with those who are not committed to healthiness. A whole family can be extremely unhealthy. And if you were to give a lot of regard in your mind as to why they didn't want to become healthy, you've went there. You basically stepped over into their place to either feel sorry for, to be understanding, to be the nice person, the good person, the you're even just there. You're just there because you're there. In any respects, you're not supposed to be there. Walking into, you're gonna just say you're working and whatever. You go do your job. Some people who do is they have to learn their lessons. They learn their lessons. They realize detachment is a very powerful arsenal for one to have in their innermost being. Detachment, because we're not really ever joined to anybody. We really aren't. It's all these invisible, uh, ridiculous commitments and things we're told that we're supposed to be, and the role we're called to be. That had nothing to do with anything. It really doesn't. It's like being in a cult, right? When you're in a cult, you're being cult. You become part of the cult. You're being brainwashed in so many ways, and it really does take God. It takes a lot of good from God to be able to wash your brains from your brainwashing. And they say when they were being pulled out of cults, they had to pull them out and give them a time out. They had to recondition them, right? Recondition. They had to wash their brains. They had to change what they were so used to, the deception, the high level of becoming part of that collective, or becoming being pulled in and sucked in, and they believed that was the truth. When you go there, you're going to be deceived before you got there. The way I'm trying to present this is that when you are becoming more healthier, don't go there. You have to. I say you have to. In all the name of your heavenly survival, not earthly survival, heavenly, the higher place survival. In order to survive anything, is you don't want to survive it. You want to be able to stay. You want to survive it with skills to be able to stay away from the dangers, the things that the people, the there, that is not gonna does not gonna give you a better life. You are so allowed to not go there. Could be a bad marriage. And the thing is about it is that we can, like, society has built us too. They so brainwash us pretty good. You can up to the last minute know that you're about to marry is the worst thing you can ever do for your life. You'll know it. And something's telling you, don't go there. But because of all the arrangements that have been made and the people invited, and you're going to disappoint that person, blah, 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 you end up going there. Never allowed broken commitments to keep you committed to anything that is broken. Broken commitments are still broken. Never be committed. Broken is broken. I don't care what it is. You have a family member that basically is a total idiot, a total malicious animal. Don't go there. You're not committed. No one can make you committed. And you don't want to be into the point in your life that someone ends up committing you because they're screwed you up so badly. So I'm just going to leave you with this inspiration. In your life, you're growing and you're living is when you see there, don't go. And everything will be telling you. You will have so many signs saying the same thing. Don't go there. When you don't have the peace, someone's going to break you in pieces. Jesus had some very powerful words to say about this. He says, you see, when you are embracing all these good natures and all this good stuff from God, they're called holy things, right? And the more wiser you become and the more understanding and the more you're standing under, that's understanding, you're standing under the light, what is so plain and simple to see. And you're not about darkness, right? Is that Jesus says, don't give these holy things, don't give it over to dogs. If it lives in you, you're giving yourself over. And what do you mean? I'm talking about these beautiful little ones that we have run about in four legs. I'm talking about the olden times before they became domesticated. Don't give yourself over to scavengers and hungry wolves. And don't cast your pearls like, oh, I'll just be understanding. And you want to be appearing to be all wise, or you have the light. Do you have the light enlightened advice you like to give somebody? Don't give it to swine, because he said both of them will trample upon them. They will act as if it's okay. And, hey, they like your contribution, but they'll trample upon it at some point. You know why? Because it's not affect them. And then they'll turn and tear you in pieces. They will rip you apart. And the two types, the scavengers and the swine do, it says they both do the same thing. They both return either to their vomit or they go back to the mud and the mire and roll around in it. Keep yourself clean. Don't go there. No matter how good it looks, no matter how dressed up it is, no matter how much it can speak and impress you and impress and tug upon your compromised areas of your life, don't go there. That's a lot of years to waste. A lot of years. A lot of years, trust me. And nothing more worse in life after you've been there. It is tough getting back. Thank you for listening.